Welcome to the 6 Deadly Sins of Preaching, Becoming Responsible for the Faith We Proclaim. This video, presented by Dr. Emmanuel Ima on November 10, 2025, explores the critical role of ethical preaching.
Preaching is a sacred trust. Our words profoundly shape faith and community. It's crucial to remember that people are listening, and their faith is at stake. Preaching is not a performance. It's a proclamation, where our integrity lends credibility to God's word. Proverbs chapter 6, verses 16 to 19, lists 6 things the Lord hates, with the 7th being an abomination: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that hurry to run to evil, a lying witness, and one who sows discord in a family. We'll explore the 3 moral dimensions of persuasion: ethos, pathos, and logos. These are the means available to a speaker to achieve a persuasive purpose with a specific audience. Ethos refers to the who, the speaker's character and credibility. Pathos is the how we engage emotions to make people care. Logos is the what, the content and reasoning behind the message, influencing people through logical connections and arguments.
The first sin is the pretender. This is when a preacher delivers another's words as their own, prioritizing effectiveness over authenticity. Such a preacher loses their personal witness. Remember, borrowing isn't wrong, but deception is. God calls for authentic voices. The cure for the pretender is authenticity. Be real before God and others. Share your true encounter with Scripture. Congregations crave sincerity, and authentic preaching builds trust.
Sin number 2 is the egoist. This describes a self-centered preacher who uses the pulpit for self-promotion. In this case, look at me replaces look at God. Humility is the egoist's cure. Point beyond yourself and confess your dependence on God's Spirit. Preaching humbly isn't a sign of weakness, but strength under submission.
The third sin is the manipulator. This preacher uses emotion to control rather than care, aiming to move people instead of loving them. Manipulation replaces ministry with performance, but true care persuades through love, not pressure. Carefulness is the manipulator's cure. Handle emotions responsibly and speak truth with tenderness. Emotional power must serve compassion, not control.
Sin number 4 is the panderer. This individual says what listeners want to hear, seeking popularity over truth, often resulting in trend-driven sermons. Speak honestly to God and the people. Truth sets free, flattery enslaves. The cure for the panderer is honesty. Be faithful to Scripture, not applause, and have the courage to challenge comfort zones. An uncomfortable truth is always better than a soothing lie.
Sin number 5 is the demagogue. This preacher exploits faith for power or ideology, using fear, outrage, or division. My way becomes God's way. We must resist the lure of control and preach grace, not grievance. Woo is the demagogue's cure. This means to persuade through love, not domination. Draw people toward God, don't drive them. Woo is gracious persuasion, a gentle truth that invites response.
The 6th sin is the despot. This preacher declares certainty where mystery belongs, speaking for God rather than from God. A self-righteous tone replaces holy awe. God cannot be confined. Our task is to name God, not own God.
Naming God is the despot's cure. Reveal God's mystery with reverence and speak as a witness, not as an ultimate authority. We name where we see God's hand, but we never define him completely. Revisiting ethos, WHO, pathos, HO, and logos, what? These are the 3 moral dimensions that assist a speaker in achieving a persuasive purpose with an audience. Ethos concerns the speaker's character. Pathos focuses on how to evoke care. Logos relates to the content and reasoning, making a claim with supporting arguments, as seen in Jesus' parables.
This typology illustrates irresponsible preaching. A lack of reliability for listeners can manifest as the pretender, failed ethos, or manipulator, failed pathos. A lack of faithfulness to the gospel leads to the egoist, failed ethos, panderer, failed pathos, or despot, failed logos. Each of these vices, whether relating to ethos, pathos, or logos, highlights a failure in the preacher's responsibility. It underscores the need for genuine, respectful, and truthful communication of the gospel.
In conclusion, becoming responsible preachers means recognizing preaching as an ethical action. We must be faithful to God and reliable to our listeners, cultivating virtues of character. The sermon is more than words. It's a reflection of our faith. Responsible preachers embody the gospel they proclaim. Thank you for watching this video. For any questions, please reach out to Dr. Emmanuel Ima. This video was presented by Dr. Emmanuel Ima on November 10th, 2025. We hope this exploration of the 6 deadly sins of preaching has been insightful.